Hey everyone, this is Rico Figliolini, host of Peachtree Corners Life here in the city of Peachtree Corners, Gwinnett County, just north of Atlanta. We have a great guest here today, Dr. Aristo Shyn, who owns Link Dental Care. Thank you for allowing us to do the podcast with you today.
Oh, thank you for having us. I've been calling you our very own Joe Rogan for years now, so it's an honor.
I've done over 250 episodes. I feel like I could be Joe Rogan. I get the head for it. Before we get into the show, though, let me say thank you to our sponsors. We have two, EV Remodeling, Inc., and Eli, who owns it, that lives here in Peachtree Corners. Great family. They do great work. They do design to build, whole house renovation, or your bathroom, your kitchen, or in addition to the house, whatever you need. They've done over 260 homes throughout the metro area, and I think you should check them out. EVRemodelinginc.com is where you can find that. Vox Populi, our second sponsor, is also here in Peachtree Corners, also family owned. So they take your brand and they bring it to life. So think about it. You have a brand, you have a car, vehicle. They do, I think this past year they did over 1,600 vehicle wraps alone. You go to trade shows, they'll put up a whole setup for you. You need shirts, they'll do that for you. You need just one or you need 1,000, they'll do all that for you. If you have a logo and you want to imprint it on an object, bring it to them, challenge them. It's amazing what they've done. So check them out. Vox Populi is the company, and we appreciate the sponsorship of these podcasts, the magazines, and our journalism. Now that we've done the sponsors, I appreciate the conversation we're going to have today. Aristo's been, Dr. Shyn has been our family dentist for quite a while, for all my kids and my wife and myself. So seeing you guys grow from a very small office that was probably big enough for you when you started.
Yeah, you've been with us since the beginning. Yeah, very humble beginnings.
So just moving from that, I saw, you guys were getting more and more patients. The place was getting filled. And now you're in a larger location. Very beautiful place.
Thank
here, right on Jimmy Carter Boulevard, Holcomb Bridge Road here.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about your origins, where you started.
How far back do you want me to go?
Where were you born?
So I was born in Kansas City, Missouri, next to UMKC, which is where my dad went to dental school.
Wow. Okay.
And then we moved to Alaska afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed in Alaska until from ages 2 to 14. And then I moved to Florida to pursue a golf career, and then naturally transitioned to dentistry after that.
Naturally.
Yes, and then I've been in Georgia since 2012.
That's amazing. You went from Missouri, where I've never been. I'm a Brooklyn kid.
Mm-hmm.
No longer a kid, but from Brooklyn. So I don't know that place. Alaska, which is, for me, grizzly bears is what I think of. So you went right from grizzly bears, snowstorms, to Florida, alligators or crocs and hurricanes, and now Atlanta, of which you find almost none of that, actually.
That's nice.
Yeah, it must be different, right? But you went to start with a golf career. When did that even take hold? Was that
in Alaska, of all places?
Really?
Yeah, I was pretty good at it. And, again, we moved to Florida to pursue that. But I think dentistry was my true calling. And I think I made the right choice.
Well, and you were kind of young, too, I think, when you got your dental degree?
Yes. I try not to talk about that too much. But I was 23 when I graduated.
Yes, I saw that. I was like, that's amazing. And so you've been practicing since then, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're in Atlanta. You moved here in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
You decided to start your business in less than a year of moving here.
Yeah, I think my first job in Atlanta was a corporate job, and I think it wasn't for me, to say the least. I think I lasted about 7 months before saying, I got to do this. I got to do something else. I got to do this on my own, and that's how I came to Peachtree Corners.
So just to be clear for people to know, it's corporate dentistry is what you were working at.
Yes.
So corporate environment with multiple offices and stuff is a whole different business model, I think. isn't it?
Yes, to say the least.
Yes. You may not want to say it, but I'll say it. Corporate dentistry is not that great. Okay. When you don't have an owner that owns the business and doing the work, that's passionate about his patients and his community, it's way different than dealing with someone that's billing out of Texas, let's say, or they have multiple 20, 30, or 90 offices throughout the country. And they sound like they're local because they sort of keep the name of the place, so they sound local, but they're really not. And so they're driven by money because they have a big nut to pay.
You're just trying to get me into trouble right now.
No, I'm saying it, so it's okay. And so when
listen, I would, in general,
yes.
and this is from my own experience and from what my colleagues have experienced as well. It's just a lot of, and I think there are good dentists there, but unfortunately they don't have the autonomy or the control over the whole operation. So I would say a lot of corporate offices, a lot of chain offices are profit and production driven versus being patient-centric. So
I can't argue with that.
Yeah, I mean, for example, and this you'll find often in the industry, when you have your morning huddles, a lot of times at those offices, you're looking at the schedule for that day, and if there's not enough production on the schedule, you have to find crowns or implants somehow. And I'll let our audience use their own imagination for that one. But when we have our meetings, we don't really talk about that. And we talk about how to streamline logistics and how to improve the patient experience. And these days, fortunately or unfortunately, we've been doing some Instagram skits. So I've been putting my staff through a whole nother level of stress.
You all have to visit the Instagram channel he has. He comes up with all the skits himself. And some of them are really cool. They're all pretty good, but I mean, some of them are hilarious.
Yeah, we really you would expect, before and after photos or us selling something, but I think we're just trying to have fun there. I really don't know what we're selling, but it's fun. And I think it still gives us exposure in a different way. We have a live follower counter there. We're trying to get that up right now, so follow us, please.
What is the Instagram? It's Link Dental Care.
It's at Link Dental Care.
There you go. So follow them. They want to hit 1,000, soon. But no, I think that's a great team building thing to be able to do that.
It is.
It's just there's a lot of pressure sometimes in doing work and such, and every day's different. I think we were talking before a little bit about how you go from one patient speaking English, let's say, to another patient and speaking Spanish or maybe Korean. So multiple languages here in the office, and and multiple challenges, dental challenges, right?
Yeah. Due to the range of services that we offer, from fillings, crowns, to root canals, implant surgeries, sinus surgeries. I mean, we get quite the variety of cases here.
Yes.
And then there are days where in one room I'm speaking obviously English, and then next room I'm speaking Spanish. The other room I'm speaking Korean, and I think we did a count earlier. We speak a total of 9 different languages in this office. So
it's amazing that you speak 3 languages at least.
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, we'll call it 3.
Okay. Yeah. You get by on it. That's good. So busy work. Technology, though, drives a lot of dental practices now, too. So tell us a little bit about some of the technological improvements you've made here, some of the technology you've brought in.
Well, everything's new here. So it's all digital, all new X-ray units. We have our 3D cone beam imaging machine. We have a 3D scanner. We're doing really cool stuff with digital photography, not just for before and after cases, but also to communicate with our lab. We're doing Botox and dermal fillers soon. So
wow,
busy.
Yeah, that's amazing. Botox. How does that work in dental? I didn't even think about that.
I think it's been requested quite a bit.
Really?
So we haven't started it yet. We will very soon. But it's not just for, I don't think it's just for cosmetics, but it can do a lot with TMJ and related issues.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now, when you started on Peachtree Parkway, it was just you. I think your mom was helping at the front desk.
No, she wasn't there at the time.
She wasn't there.
wasn't
Okay.
there.
She came later, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was.
Kind
I
of
think it was 1,000 square feet.
small.
I don't think anything was digital at the time, and it was me, 1.5 hygienists, one assistant, and
Yeah.
one person in the front. So
It's amazing.
yeah, I still remember I could actually stand in the middle of the office, and if I did a 360, I could see
Yes.
everything.
Yes, I was just
The
thinking
front
the same
office, the
thing.
4 chairs,
I was thinking the same
lab.
thing. That's how small this place was. And yet, this is, how many square feet is this place?
Oh, I think it's just over 3,000.
Wow. Okay. And you took on also an additional practitioner with you as well.
Oh yeah. New
Yeah.
staff.
Yeah.
Front office has expanded. Assistants, hygienists, another doctor. I mean, she's been terrific.
Dr. K.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Dr. K.
Yep. So business has been going well. So that's good, no?
It's been busy. It's been busy.
Can't complain. And there are challenges, right? So let's go back a little bit. Challenges of opening a business. What would you say to an entrepreneur, to another dentist that wanted to do the same thing? What challenges did you have to overcome when you did that?
Oh, when we first started everything, I mean, I was still learning. I had no business experience. I had no HR experience. I mean, I was still learning dentistry at the time. So, the normal course for, I'd say, acquiring a dental office is, you're usually out in the field for a few years, and then you kind of pick up on things and, slowly transition. But everything happened at once for me. So I don't recommend you do that because it's quite the learning curve. But, going back to everyday challenges though, I would say half of my stress is just due to my staff, which I love very much, who I love very much. I think we have the best staff ever right now, but you got to deal with staff every single day. So there's always something. And then, beyond that, it's insurance. Insurance is it's an issue for, I think, everyone involved in the insurance game. And then after that, it's just dealing with the wide range of patients and cases that we have coming in. I mean, which is also fun for me, but there's also some focus and stress, and we're always on our toes. So there's that aspect to it.
I think part of that stress probably is because of your concern for your patients and stuff. I mean, you're sharing that stress with them, right? Because some of them, because like you said, insurance can be an issue. They come in, they have to do certain things. Insurance may or may not cover it, or yeah. I mean, so has that changed in the state of Georgia a lot over the past decade?
I don't know. Insurance is kind of like a foreign language to me. We try our very best to be transparent with everything. I mean, not just in my communication with our patients, but also, with our front desk communicating, regarding finances and numbers. But, we try our best. That's all I can say.
No, that's good. I mean, that's the toughest part.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to medical.
And our front desk goes to bat for patients if there's any issues with insurance. We don't just give up and, tell them that it's on them. So
yeah.
I know my front desk works very hard.
Okay, cool. The care that you show into the community as well, right? You're involved with the community. So let's cover that a little bit as well. What do you like doing in the community? What have you done? Where has Link Dental Care been involved in when it comes to community organizations, events, and stuff?
Well, it's very different now than when I first started, and I'm very happy and proud of where we are today. For example, I mean, even last year we were able to sponsor the Norcross High School Marching Band, a local photography club. I've worked closely with Norcross Co-op for quite some years.
Okay.
And it's, when we interview for dental school, one thing that we're always saying is we want to be part of the community. We want to be involved in the community. And, that wasn't the case when we first started. But now that we're here, I plan on staying here and being more involved as time goes on.
That's cool.
Hmm.
You know, I mean, the biggest thing that we do at the magazine and stuff is that we like to be a cheerleader for businesses that are giving back to the community, doing things with the community, especially if you're pulling from this community. You know, your patients, your customers, and all that. So being involved makes sense.
Yeah, and I think we've done quite a bit of charity over the years. We don't advertise it, or we don't really post a whole lot of it on social media.
Right.
But outside of working at volunteer clinics, we try to take on at least one patient a year and give them a makeover,
Really?
which they wouldn't have been able to get otherwise. Yeah,
Okay.
so
That is
that's
cool.
something I've been doing.
That's cool. That's great that you're able to do that. When when the business gets to a certain point and you're facing these everyday challenges, right? At the end of the day, what do you do to release that stress, that pressure? I mean, what do you do outside the office? You're not playing golf anymore.
No, it takes too much time.
Do you get out of the office? What time do you close out?
Well, it's a good thing I still like what I'm doing.
Okay.
Right? But yeah, life's gotten busy. So, the way I see it, it's, I mean, I do have a few hobbies, but I mean, really it's been work and my kids right now. So,
Right.
When I'm working, the way I see it, it's overtime, in a football, basketball scene.
Yeah.
And then, when I'm with my kids, it's, game 7, triple overtime. So
Okay.
that's where all my focus has been after work.
Sure. You have two kids, I think? 2 kids. Good-looking kids. So, you're expanding, you've done your expansion, but there's a future, right? I know you want to stay here, you want to expand. What does the future look like for Link Dental Care? For you?
We just moved in here. We're talking about
Hey,
expansion again.
Are you really?
We just moved in here.
How long has it been? It's been a few years. Can't you stop?
I mean, patients and staff have asked me in the past, what do I plan to do? Do I plan on opening, multiple offices or another location? And to answer one part of that question, I think when a dentist branches out to 2, 3, 4 offices, there comes a point where you got to stop being a dentist and become more of a businessman.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I still like what I'm doing a lot, and I really want to keep our practice patient-centric and really emphasize that we are a people business, not a tooth-cutting business or a production business.
Right.
But, if I definitely plan on staying in Peachtree Corners, we're not leaving. I mean, if there ever is another expansion, you can rest assured it'll still be under one roof. That's been always important to me. And I mean, going forward, though, I think we're going to continue doing what we've been doing. We're going to continue to stay up with technology, continue to reinvest in the office and the community, and
Okay.
yeah.
Sounds good. This is a great place. People want to take a tour. I mean, 3,000 square feet is a lot of space. I think you have plenty of space to expand in. What should people know about you maybe that they don't know? Is there anything interesting that you want to share?
I can share what our dental practice focuses on.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I think a lot of times patients and dentists alike, they put their emphasis a lot on good dental care, and that is absolutely important. But to us, good dental care alone doesn't always equate to a good patient experience, and I care a lot about the patient experience. So that means the patient experience starts from the first time you call into our office, from the time you walk through our doors the first time, from the way you're greeted from the front office, from the way, you know, our assistants or hygienists take you back to the clinical area. So, you know, bedside manners and having clear communication. So, you know, when you put in all those factors, you know, the receiving good dental care, although quite important, it's not the only piece to the puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's been my focus.
Cool. Patient-centric, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've been speaking to Dr. Aristo Shyn. It's a great practice you guys have. I'm glad that he's my dentist also, my family dentist. You guys have been doing a great job. So appreciate you giving us some time and telling us a bit about your business.
Thank you.
Thank you. Everyone, if you have any questions, you can actually check out the website, which is
linkdentalcare.com.
There you go. And Instagram, it's the same handle, Link Dental Care, right?
Yes.
Anything else you want to share? And count is 455, so we need to get that up to 1,000 apparently.
It was 200 a few months ago. You know, I'll tell you one more thing about Instagram before, you know, we end this. I mean, within a couple months of us actually trying on Instagram, we actually went viral on one video.
Did you?
Got 1.3 million views.
Damn, which video was that one?
That was last year. It was the one about our 3D scanner. So I thought I figured it out, and I was almost ready not to come into work the next day. And then here I am doing a podcast with Rico.
Sorry, he's not a YouTube content or TikTok creator yet, but he'll get there soon.
So, I'm trying.
Thanks, everyone. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Of course, we'll have links in the show note, and you can always find Dr. Aristo Shyn here at Link Dental Care. So thanks again, everyone. Take care.